Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Probably yours truly today. Tim traveling to Greenville today. So it's just going to be me going over what is a semi-short card today. We have, 11 games? I have 9 typed up because we currently do not have odds for San Diego, Pittsburgh. And I think we're starting to get some odds on Colorado and Arizona. I do not have a pitcher for Colorado, though. So that's kind of tricky there. But we'll recap yesterday, what went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting. And overall, it was a positive day, and it was no thanks to the MLB or the NFL. It was all CFL getting the job done there. We'll get into that in just a second. MLB. Kind of a testament of how this year has been in the MLB. I considered yesterday a bad day, and then I looked at the end of then I looked at my results at the end, and it was a 6-6 in one day in the MLB. So kind of crazy there that I looked at it, it felt like a bad day yesterday, and then somehow it's only down 0.6 units. Started off with 3 winners. The Texas Rangers team total over 4.5, full game over 10, 2 winners there. I thought that Rangers team total was dead. They put up 5 runs in I believe the 7th and 8th combined against the Yankee bullpen. Made that game close and cashed it. That team total over, the full game over. Houston, Boston over 10 was a winner as well. Lost with the Padres minus 1.5. A game that they almost came back in. Kind of frustrating there. Push with the Minnesota Twins first 5, lost the full game on that one. That was a game that I actually had a pretty decent amount of confidence in. It just didn't come through. Cincinnati, Milwaukee first 5 under 4.5. I believe it was in the top of the 5th. Cincinnati scored to make it 3-2, and I lost that one. Colorado and Atlanta first 5 under 5.5 was a winner. The full game did go over. Schwellenbach looked good again in his first start at Coors Field. I was trying to decide between Detroit, San Fran first 5 under or the Tigers first 5. I ended up going with the first 5 under, and then the Tigers put up 5 runs, I believe, in the first 5 innings or something along those lines. And I lost it. There, Phillies first 5. They had a 2-0 lead in the first and then lost the first 5. Pittsburgh was down 4-0. They almost came all the way back, plus 225 with a team in extra innings. I'm not going to complain about that too much. Mariners team total over 3.5, full game over 7.5. They did that all by themselves. They beat the Mets, I believe, 12-1 in that game. I knew it wasn't a Mets spot last night, and we doubled up with that one there, and the Mariners helped get the job done. In the NFL, Indianapolis Colts first half minus 130 does not come through. They lost the first half, I believe, 10-7. Or it was 10. No, it wasn't 10-7. It was 13-10. 13-10, they lost the first half there. They scored with a couple minutes left to potentially push, and then I lost the push with that last second field goal to end the half. So kind of annoying there. And the reason why yesterday was a profitable day, it's Trey Ford season, and he got hurt at halftime, just before halftime, and they still came through. Elks first half winner, Elks full game winner, Elks team total over winner, Elks full game over winner. 4-0, up 4 units in the CFL. I've been heavily investing in Trey Ford games, and I have to keep an eye out for his health this week because he did leave the game at just before halftime. McLeod Bethel-Thompson looked awesome in that game. He came in. He had the one mistake where he threw the interception in the end zone. Other than that, it was great. And that Elk defense looks way better as well. And all of a sudden, the Elks are only a game behind the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and they're not out of the playoff race yet, which is crazy considering they started 0-7. That's just how mediocre the Western Division has been. So overall yesterday, 10-7-1 up 2.10 units. I finally gotten caught up to date on August in my book. 61, 47, and 4 up 10.49 units in the month of August. So we'll hope to continue that here. We'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into baseball for today. There we go. Seriously crusty yesterday. If only the Pirates would have finished that comeback, I could be in early retirement. Yeah, that would have been a nice plus 225 casher. Just unfortunately was not meant to be. Almost home. Okay, you will be on the show today. Okay, I didn't know if you were just coming here or if you were you doing that. Thanks for the Elks play. Yeah, as long as Trey Ford plays, then yeah, then we continue to bet the Elks. Dodgers sold me last night. Yeah, I was hoping that they were going to come through there. The Pirates. Bednar was looking bad in the 10th. Pirates management blew it. Yeah, it was frustrating. Fading the Cowboys, trusting in Detroit. Pitch Pirates plus 1.5 in Seattle. Won me a massive parlay. Hell yeah, there you go. What's good? Truth teller. Lost this parlay yesterday. Padres team total over 3.5 and the Orioles team total over 2.5. They did not get there against the Rays. The Rays, that was one thing I kind of regret was if I added the Rays to my card yesterday, that was a profitable day. But yeah. Oh yeah, I put the Elks on the card for you. On the card, thanks to you. Yeah. CFL finally starting to turn around. I put out a post a while ago that I was really struggling. I think I was 20-38, down 22.5 units at one point. Now I'm 42, 46, and 3, down 9.22 units. So we're starting to work our way back up. Yeah. I tried to warn you about Miami yesterday, but everyone laughed at me. We bet against Miami every game, so it's not really a pick and choose spot for us type of thing with Miami. It's just we've been fading them every game, and it's been profitable. So that's the way we do that here. NFL is rigged. Did you see what happened in the end of the Padres game? I don't know what that ruling was. Like, I thought that was going to be a home run for Kim, and then they called it a ground rule double. So I guess the books needed to get paid out on Miami money lines and stuff like that, or against the Padres there. So kind of annoying there, but it is what it is. Not a huge MLB card today. No football at all. No CFL, no NFL preseason or anything like that. So it's just baseball on today's card, and that's where we'll get started here with a little battle in the NL Central. We have the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds. The Cardinals minus 125 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. We have a matchup of Andrew Abbott and Sonny Gray. This line opened up minus 115 for the Cardinals. It's now minus 127. Line opened up at an 8.5, minus 125. Got up to a 9, back down to an 8.5 at minus 125. So no lot of movement on the total here in this spot. Let's get over to MLB for the cash flow here. See, I had football up for Monday here. We have, it looks like 71% of tickets and 76% of cash is on the Cardinals. They are respecting the Cardinal money, though. The lines moved 12 cents in their direction. 98% of tickets, 94% of cash is on this over as well. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Sonny Gray, a 4.64 ERA, 1.15 whip. 10.36 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%. 1.36 walks per 9, a 3.18 BABIP, a 3.69 FIP, and a 3 SIERA. On the flip side, Andrew Abbott, 6.56 ERA, 1.93 WHIP, 8.49 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%. 4.24 walks per 9, a 3.66 BABIP, a 7.16 FIP, and a 4.84 SIERA. Bullpen edge actually goes towards Cincinnati. The Cincinnati's bullpen's been really good as of late. Hitting edge, though, does go towards St. Louis, 117 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 106, which is 14th for the Cardinals here, for the Reds. And I'm interested in the Cardinals here, but the only problem is, I mean, first 5, I was kind of leaning in that direction, but that's a minus 140. It has gone from 135 to 140. And maybe I just say I want the hitting advantage here with the Cardinals for the full game. I also am going to update my bullpen stats here in a second. So maybe the bullpens are a little bit closer than we think. I'm Cardinals or nothing in this game at this moment, and I think I might move on St. Louis.
Hi. Sorry, I was a little bit late. Had to pick up Brian, but Reds coming off of a series loss versus Milwaukee. St. Louis coming into this one off of a series versus Kansas City where they did not play yesterday, so they're a little bit more rested. I was kind of looking towards the Cardinals in this one. I don't trust the Reds, although I don't really trust either team right now. I don't feel like I need to go after either team right now. These are two teams that are kind of been struggling as of late. You got, although not really struggling because the Cardinals have won 3 out of their last 5, but two teams that are kind of falling off and not quite in races right now. So I want to kind of stay away from this game. There are some better spots on today's card that I do like. So for right now, this one's going to be a pass. I like some other games a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm trying to look some here. I don't know what you're talking about, not in races or whatever. The Cardinals are only a game and a half behind the Braves for that last wild card spot. They're in it. Yeah.
Then what yeah. Oh, they were losing for a little bit. That's what I was. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Reds are out. Never mind. I thought the Cardinals were doing a lot worse.
A game behind. Yeah, they're a game behind the Mets for the 4th wild card, like the one on the outside looking in, and then they are a game and a half behind the Braves, and then they're like 5.5 behind the Padres and the Diamondbacks.
Scratch that. I'm an idiot. Olympics over. MLB is the only sport you can bet on. Watch out.
Yep.
And how about an Arenado home run? Not going to talk you off of Nolan. Passing under. Sir. Let's go to this game, Nick, where I kind of want to go after a side.
You know, I've still got to decide whether or not I want to move on the Cardinals or not. I just don't know if I want to pay the first 5, and the full game kind of scares me with the way the bullpen's been going. Chicago Cubs and Cleveland Guardians. The Cubbies -120 road favorites in this game, total of 8. This line opened up with the Cubs as -105 favorites. It's now -119, so we do have a move towards this over. Line opened up at an 8 at -105. It's still an 8 at -105. We have sharp money on the Guardians, so with the line moving against them, 37% of the tickets, 65% of cash is on the Guardians, with the line moving towards the Cubbies. This one, 94% of tickets, 89% of cash is on the over as well. Shota and Magana taking on Ben Lively in this matchup. Magana, 3.42 ERA, 0.84 whip, 10.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 0.68 walks per 9, a 242 BABIP, a 3.82 FIP, and a 2.84 SIERA. On the flip side, Ben Lively is somebody I'm expecting some negative regression from. 3.58 ERA, 1.12 whip, 6.83 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 3.58 walks per 9, a 184 BABIP, but a 5.78 FIP and a 5.12 SIERA. The Cubs have had one of the better bullpens in baseball over the last 30 days, and don't look now, the Cubs have played themselves into being in the hunt. They are currently 3 games out of a wild card spot. They've won, I believe, 8 of their last 10 games. This Cubs team is hot right now, and very similar. And I think if you bet the Cubs, you have to bet the Cardinals tonight. I think I'm going to move on both of them here. If you bet the Cubs, you have to bet the Cardinals. They're both coming in off of a day off because they played it. They didn't play yesterday. They're slight road favorites with the line moving towards them, with pitching advantages, hitting advantages. Actually, the only difference is the Cardinals don't have the bullpen edge. The Cubs do. And for the Cubs, there's really no hitting edge because they're exactly the same. The 96 WRC plus for both these two teams, which is both 22nd against each arm, righties, lefties, for each particular team. I'm going to move on both. I'm going to move on both the Cubs and the Cardinals here to get my day started. I think if you bet one, you have to bet the other, and I'm going to bet both.
I don't see quite the bet one, bet the other, because I'm not going to touch the Cardinal game. But I'll add one more thing because I'm going to be betting the Cubs as well. The Chicago Cubs are 17-4 in games started by Shota Amagana, which makes him the 4th most profitable pitcher in baseball. 3rd if you take out Trevor what's his name from Trevor Williams from the
Williams.
Washington Nationals because he's been out for a little while, which I kind of just pulled him because he can't really move up or move down, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to jump on the Cubs, minus 120. Plus, look what the Guardians just went through. They just played a 4-game series in 3 days versus the Minnesota Twins. And they split out. So that was an intense series for them. I think it could be more of a letdown spot for the Cleveland Guardians. So I'm going to start off my day with a little bit of Cubs money line. We're getting minus 121 and minus 120, and that is over on Sports Interaction.
Yep. I got minus 120 over on FanDuel for them, and I'm heading over to Bet365 right now to grab some St. Louis Cardinals, which I'm seeing minus 130. Let's see if it's still that number. Yes, it is. So that's where I'm going to be for the first 2 games. Cubs money line minus 120. Cardinals money line minus 130 to get my day started.
Cardinals money line, and I guess he's betting the puck line too. Not kidding. Red's just playing out as Cubs run line. I could see a Cubs run line. Cubs spot, yes. Hey Chicago, what do you say? I think the Cubs are going to win today. Swanson and Bellinger over bases. Yeah. Cubs. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Juan. Now let's do it. Let's get paid today. Let's get paid today. Cubs Cardinals sounds sophisticated. It sounds very intriguing. Anyways, let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, we have the a fun matchup here between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Houston Astros. The Astros are on minus 120 favorites, total of 7.5 in this one here. Framer Valdez, Tage Bradley. What a pitching matchup this is. Valdez coming in off of an almost no-hitter. He went 8 2/3 before giving up a 2-run home run against Corey Seager. Line opened up with the Astros as minus 105 favorites. It's now 118. So we do a decent move towards these Houston Astros. Line opened up at 7.5 at even money. It's now 7.5 at minus 102. Let's take a look at the cash flow here. 97% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on the over in this game. 68% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the Astros. The line moving towards these Astros here. Valdez has been pretty good as of late. 2.7 ERA. A .86 whip, 10.46 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%. 304 walks per nine, a 183 BABIP, a 3.32 FIP, and a 3.25 SIERA. On the flip side, Bradley, a 2.73 ERA, 1.01 whip, 8.8 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%. 2.73 walks per nine, a 247 BABIP, a 301 FIP, and a 3.78 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Tampa Bay Rays. The hitting edge goes towards the Tampa Bay Rays, who are hitting lefties pretty well. 127 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 100, which is 18th. And I kind of lean Astros first 5 in this game more than anything, because the way that the Rays are hitting lefties right now, I really don't want more than 5 innings going up against that. And the Rays bullpen has been one of the better bullpens in baseball as of late. The line's gone from a 110 up all the way up to a 135. And that first 5 total is a 3.5. This could feel like one of those spots where it's the obvious under that goes over. I think we have a better one later in the card. Yes. But I could see this game for some reason going over the total at 7.5. The line's moved 2 cents towards the over, but I mean, public's on the over here, even between Valdez and Bradley. I don't want to start my day with 3 straight road dogs. Personally, that's not appetizing whatsoever. It's a lean towards the Astros, probably Astros first 5, but no play here.
I was kind of looking towards Tampa. I feel like Tampa's kind of a sneaky spot here, because we're seeing a Houston team that is coming off of winning 5 games in a row. Valdez came off of almost throwing a no-hitter. You got the Rays, who have lost 2 series in a row. They've lost 5 out of 6 or 4 out of 5, and it's just this close of a line. I think a good spot here is the Rays today, and it kind of inclines me to want to go after that. It's just the line kind of telling me. I know the line movement's kind of going a little bit towards the Astros, but when it's going from minus 105 to minus 120, is that I don't really think that's that significant because it's still essentially a pick 'em. It's going from a pick 'em to slightly more expensive pick 'em. I don't really now. If it went from minus 105 to 140, okay, maybe that's a little bit more of a cause for alarm. I don't think there's quite that there now. I like the Rays in this one. I think it's just too close of a line. It's either you gotta take the Rays or the Astros on the run line. I don't see the Astros winning this game by 1 run. So I'm gonna go Rays here. I'll grab them around even money. Tampa for me.
Good luck. I lean the opposite side on that one.
That's fine. I got a heavy lean towards the Stros. Fair. Tampa spot. Tampa loves Valdez. Good to know. Tampa has an over 400 team batting average versus Valdez. That's a good stat. Lean towards the under. There you go. Money on Stros first 3 innings.
That's an interesting look.
Let's go to this one, Nick.
Yeah, we get to the Boston Red Sox and the Texas Rangers. Brian Bayo and Tyler Mahle. My bad. There we go. Your pitchers for this one here. This line opened up with the Red Sox as minus 150 favorites. It's now down to a 119. And this one here, line all opened up at a 10. It's gone from a 10 to a 9.5 to a 9. It's moved a full run down, and we generally know what happens when we see games move a full run down. Generally, those games go over the total. 95% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the over, and the line's dropped a full run. 87% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the Red Sox, and the line's moving towards the Rangers, suggesting that Brian Bayo could be a little vulnerable here. Tyler Mahle, I believe he's made 1 start since coming in off of the IL. He pitched against the Astros. He pitched pretty well. He was on the opposite side of that Valdez no-hitter, or almost no-hitter. He went 5 innings, though. Gave up 1 earned run on 5 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He looked fine. And if the Rangers can have a competent pitcher every 5 days in Mahle, that's huge for them. Even though they're 8 games under 500, they're nowhere near a playoff spot. And on the flip side, Brian Bayo, 4.45 ERA, 1.34 WHIP, 8.58 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 2.86 walks per 9, a 295 BABIP, a 508 FIP, and a 4 SIERA. I can see both these pitchers getting hit, though. Both these bullpens have been terrible as of late. What the Red Sox are doing to right-handed pitching is disgusting. 134 WRC plus, which is 3rd, compared to the Rangers, though, who are not hitting righties particularly well. 75 WRC plus, which is 8th. The markets are suggesting Brian Bayo and the Red Sox bullpen is very vulnerable in this game, and I kind of agree with it here. And this line's continuing to drop. If I can get a 9, I'm going to play the over in this game. Is the way I'm going to approach it. I'm seeing 9.5 though. Okay, so I'm going to stay off at the moment though. I see the Rangers being live in this game. With Mahle on the mound, I think Brian Bayo gets hit here, or at the very least, I think the bullpen gets hit because the bullpen had to pitch 8 1/3 innings yesterday. Yeah. After James Paxton got hit or got hurt, my bad. I lean over at 9, and I lean towards the Rangers, but I don't think I'm playing either.
Well, I put it up on the site. I took the over. Both these bullpens are heavily taxed after this weekend. Like the Boston series had Boston allowed up 8, 5, and 10 runs, so bullpen galore. Not to mention they've gone over in a hell of a lot of games. Holy crap! They didn't go over on the 10th because it was a 10.5, and we were on the under in that game. But other than that, 10-2, 8-4, 8-4, 6-5, 9-5, 7-2, 7-4, 11-6, 10-6, 14-7, like 8-2, 11-8, 9-7, 20-7. this has been a Red Sox team, and we saw this last year. Remember last year's streak when they went over in like 18, 19, 20 straight games? They're on that type of streak right now. I'm grabbing the over here. I got 9.5 at even money. So I'm going to run with the over here, and I might just start blindly betting the over in Red Sox games until it slows down.
It's not a bad idea.
Because their bullpen has been rough, and I think their offense has been good. Also, give me Duran to get a home run today.
Fair.
A lot of. We're not going to get into that whole thing with that, but a lot of crap given to Duran lately for what he said. So,
yeah,
I think people are a little soft, but that's not the point. Toughest game on the card, no clue, Seager home run. I wouldn't talk you off of a Seager home run. Want to take the Rangers on the reverse run line? I wouldn't talk you off of it. Sox have cooled off versus righties. No, they have not. They are still going over at a crazy clip. Rangers money line. I wouldn't talk anybody off the Rangers. I just think there's going to be a lot of runs. Still can't confidently put money on the Rangers. Me neither. Over. Spanky's run line and the Angels on the money line. If you're parlaying it, then that's fine. And the Angels are against Toronto, so that's fine. This is going to be a big series, Nick.
Yeah, this is a huge series because when you look at just the grand scheme of the AL Central right now, these two teams are separated by half a game. The Twins are 3.5 behind the Guardians. The Royals are 4 games behind the Guardians. So we have a really close race here. The Twins are minus 155 favorites in this game with a total of 8 in this one. Brady Singer, Pablo Lopez, your pitching matchup. Line opened up at around a 152. It's up to a 155. Line opened up at an 8 at even money. It's now an 8 at minus 125. So we do want to move towards this over. Pretty significant one, too. 25 cents. 98% of tickets, 97% of cash on the over will do that. 81% of tickets, 81% of cash is on the Twins with the line moving slightly towards them. Once again, this is the third team that we could talk about on this is with a weird dynamic here. On a Monday, we have 4 teams with 1 day's rest. The Royals are the third team. We'll talk about the next one in 2 games, which I will be on, which is absolutely disgusting. But we'll get into that in a couple games here. You see the number that's next to the opponent.
I see it. I'm not betting it, but I see it.
In the parentheses there. We'll get into that here. Pablo Lopez, Brady Singer. Brady Singer, 3.38 ERA, 1.26 WHIP, 7.67 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 1.84 walks per nine, a 3.33 BABIP, a 3.07 FIP, and a 3.87 SIERA. On the flip side, Pablo Lopez, a 3.24 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 8.28 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 2.16 walks per nine, a 2.62 BABIP, a 3.73 FIP, and a 3.76 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards these Minnesota Twins. The hitting edge slightly towards the Royals, 126 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 125, which is 6th. Not a game I'm getting involved with. I will definitely keep my eye on it as for the wild card race in the American League, because I believe this is this is wild card 2 and wild card 3 right now, and they're separated by half a game there. So this will definitely be something to keep an eye out for, but no play for me in the game in general.
This is definitely going to be a big series, and I think this will be a huge series for Kansas City. I think the Kansas City's, let's see, they get what? Is it 3-game series?
I believe so.
It is a 3-game series. I'll call it. Not only will Kansas City win this series, they are going to sweep the Minnesota Twins. There you go. I put it out there. This is the, I'm not going to say turnaround series, but this is the series that kind of puts Kansas City back up into a more comfortable playoff spot. And when it comes to it, I'm confident with this Royals team. I'll take them to win the series in general. I'll probably put a bet on that. I like Brady Singer. He's been really solid this year. So a guy that I would be willing to trust. The Royals have won 3 out of his last 4 starts, rocking a 3.03 ERA. So yeah, a guy that I'm going to trust. Give me the Royals today. I'm grabbing them around plus 140, and we're going to run with that. So Royals money line for me, Nick.
Yeah, and if you think that they can make a little bit of noise, they're 6-1 still for the Royals to win the American League Central.
I already have them at 850 from preseason, so
that's
I'm
fair.
Run with that. Kansas City rested, still Twins. No, pass. So this is a Twins smash spot. Yeah, I don't know. Good luck today, ESPN chat. Thank you guys for the run, of course. Kansas has a under 100 average versus Lopez. Witt is 0. Yeah, but it's 10 at bats. It's not like it's a lot. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna be on Kansas City. The over. I could see an over in this game for sure. Feels like coin flippish. Maybe you may be on something, Tim, but ultimately a pass. I'm not going to blame you for passing this game. Not at all. Let's head to this one, Nick. And I'm going to agree with you on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up.
Yeah, by the way, if you're looking at another thing, for the series, plus 115 for the Royals.
I'll take it. I'm going to be betting that myself, so yes.
This next cup, the game we're talking about here, this upcoming series, the Dodgers are minus 115 to win the series against the Brewers here. We have the Brewer. This is a pick on minus 105 on both sides. Total of 8 in this game. Brewers, Dodgers, Kershaw, and Peralta. Line opened up at a minus 120. It is dropped down to a 105. Line opened up at an 8.5. Even money is now down to an 8. Feel like this is another situation where just the public saw the Dodgers as dogs and bet them. 56% of tickets, 77% of cash on the Brewers, 99.99 on the over. In this one here, Clayton Kershaw and Freddie Peralta. I'm not a fan of Clayton Kershaw. He's not looked good. 4.38 ERA, 1.62 WHIP since coming back. 8.03 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 2.19 walks per 9, a 3.64 BABIP, a 3.42 FIP, and a 4.32 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Peralta, 4.28 ERA, 1.46 WHIP, 10.21 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%, 3.62 walks per 9, a 3.29 BABIP, a 4.97 FIP, and a 3.92 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards these Brewers. The hitting edge goes towards the Brewers, 114 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 83, which is 23rd. For the Dodgers are kind of struggling as of late, even though I think I may have typed this in wrong. Nope. Okay, no. The Dodgers are 117, which is 9th. I accidentally typed them in to face a lefty instead of a righty. So they're 117th, which is 9th. And the Brewers are nope. I got it mixed up with the lefty righty splits. I accidentally had Brewers versus righties, Dodgers versus lefties. The Brewers against lefties have hit pretty well, actually 125 WRC plus, which is 8th in baseball. So the Brewers are hitting lefties pretty well. I expect them to get to Clayton Kershaw in this game. I'm not a believer in Kershaw. I think he's washed. He's past his prime. He had a good start in his last one. They lost that game 6-2, but he gave up 1 run on 5 hits against the Phillies. Only 4 2/3 innings pitched. And that was the furthest we've seen Kershaw throw into a game. He's pitched 72, 83, and 81 pitches. He gave up 3 earned runs and 6 hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts in 3 2/3 in that loss against San Diego. He looks against the Giants, giving up 2 earned runs on 6 hits in only 4 innings pitched. He's not going far in the game, and I don't like this Dodger bullpen, who have been pretty bad actually of late. They've been okay, but they've gotten a little bit better as of late. But they were not doing well for a while. This is Brewers money line for me. Obviously, I mean it's still the Dodger fade, which is still profitable this year for people who have the stones to fade this Dodger team every game. It's Brewers for me here.
Now, is this the game that you were looking at for the 2 easy under? or
No.
is there? Okay. Then that's what I thought. Because I thought it was either this one or what is it? The last game of the night. The last game of the night. Which there was 6.5 score last night. I'm going to be on the Brewers with you. I like Peralta, and same deal is I'm not going to go out and trust Clayton Kershaw. He's not the same Clayton Kershaw that he was the past couple of years, during his career in general, and we do expect some regression. Now he has pitched okay since coming back. I'm not saying that he's pitched bad since coming back,
He's not pitching,
but I don't expect him to. I don't expect him, especially against a Brewers team that is hitting really, really well right now. In Milwaukee, I also kind of lean towards the over just because I really do like Milwaukee's offense. But I kind of lean towards the over in this game as well. But for me, it's Milwaukee money line. I got it at -104.
Yeah, I got -105 Milwaukee Brewers money line here. Kind of lean towards that team total over as well. I would like to continue to find additional ways to fade Kershaw. This market's kind of pointing towards Peralta pitching well, though. So I feel like this game could go under, but yeah.
This one's an over. Yeah, I can see an over in this game. For sure, I can see an over. Peralta sucks too. Peralta's been okay this year. I'm not going to say that he sucks. Betts returns to the lineup. Yes, but how good is he? Like, I think he might be a little bit rusty. He hasn't played in over, 2 months? I think everybody's going to overhype that. So be careful with that. I think people might overhype him returning. Brewers run line. Let's do it. Kind of want Brewers early. I don't blame you. It's clearly a Dodger spot. Line not respecting the Brewers, Nick.
That's because, I need to take a look with this line done, because it opened up at a -120, I believe, but then immediately went to a 108. So it was kind of tricky there. I feel like it was them waiting for a pitcher to be announced.
Okay. LA money line. Kopech will come in and dominate. That's what you're kind of hoping, because you don't think Kershaw is going to go far. It's an over spot, yes. Kershaw over K's. Can't trust Brewers full game. I could see Peralta pitch good the first 5, and then Dodgers dominate. I don't know. I kind of trust the Brewer bullpen. Betts is a pro. He's not going to come in cold. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes yard first at bat. I'll make a deal with you.
Under 1.5 total bases.
Actually, I'll make the comment once we get to your next thing. Full game. Not sure if y'all mentioned it for the Stros-Rays game, but the majority of the Rays lineup. Yes, somebody mentioned that the Rays have a over 500 batting average versus Framber Valdez. Yes, we mentioned that. Now, will his recent form outweigh that? That is the question. We'll see. Betts hits home run his first bat of coming back. If he hits a home run in the top of the first inning, I'll make you a mod. I'll even PayPal you $10 to become a member of the channel. If he hits a home run in his first at bat, there you go. Do it. All right, Bailey. I'll make a bet with you in general. Let's go with this total bases. Bets over. I'll take bets under 1.5 total bases. You take them over total bases, and if you win, I'll send you $10 and you can become a member of the YouTube channel. If he goes under, then tomorrow you got to come in and become and get it yourself. Okay, do we have a deal there, Bailey? We'll put a little bit of friendly money at it. Throw it out there. Reminder: fade the key player coming back. We do that in MLB. Why not in NBA? Why not MLB? There you go. Leading Brew Crew first innings. I don't mind that. I think this game creeps over. I agree. Good morning, gentlemen. Heard the Twins were back in town. Yes, we're good. We're good to go. Less than 2 weeks before college football. Any leans for week 0? Yes. I'm pulling it up real quick. I personally am going to be on Montana State -9. Sounds good. All right, Bailey. I'll see you tomorrow. Do it, Bailey. Betts is good. Betts is good. It's just whether or not he'll be good in his first game back. Did y'all ever make a FanDuel account or just use it for props? Yeah, we have FanDuel accounts. Supness. Sup, Lex? It's been a while. Holy crap, Lex is back. Let's jump into this one. I'll say, Nick, right off the rip, I pass. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's get into it here. We have the Chicago White Sox and the New York Yankees. Wow, is this really the line? On BetMGM, can you really get the White Sox +2.5 at plus money?
Sounds right.
I might have to add another play to this game if I can get plus money for +2.5. But let's get into it. The Yankees are -310 road favorites, total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, where it opened up with the Yankees as 290. It's up to a 315. Line opened up at a 9 at -115. It's still 9 -115. Take a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have the Yankees getting 91% of the tickets, 97% of the cash, 97% of the tickets, 98% of the cash on the over as well. We have Kai Bush taking on Luis Gil, your pitching matchup here. Let me just type in Luis Gil because I did not have he was not announced last night. It's crazy that Luis Gil is a -300 favorite. So let's get that in there. Kai Bush has not pitched much. Let's take a look at what he's done because I think I have him at a 6.75 here. He's pitched one game. He went 4 innings against the Oakland Athletics, gave up 3 earned runs and 2 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts in that game. Luis Gil is an interesting situation because if you look at what Luis Gil has done as of late, or if you look at his game logs, you're starting to notice his starts are not 5 days apart. They're starting to limit his innings a little bit here, Tim, because he pitches once every 6-7 days. His last start was on August 7th. Okay, he's pitching on normal rest. But before that, it went from July 29th to August 7th, July 23rd to July 29th, July 13th to 23rd. I know the All-Star break was in there. But they're starting to space him out here because I believe this is he's already hit his career high in innings. By far. 117 2/3 innings pitched. The most we've seen him pitch in the pros is 29 1/3. So he's way surpassed that, and which is why I don't know how many more innings he's going to have. And we've seen with the -300 fade, one of those -300 teams were on the road. And when was it? It was a couple months ago, when the Atlanta Braves on June 27th went into Chicago with Chris Sale on the mound and lost 1-0 as a -300 road favorite. Yes, I understand. The Chicago White Sox are not a fun team to bet on. That being said, I am on the Chicago White Sox first 5 and full game in this one, +220, +265. Not only are you a -300 Yankees, you're a -300 road team. And that's something I would definitely love to fade. So I'm on the White Sox first 5 in full game, and damn it, I want to take the +2.5 as well. Because that's plus money for +2.5. I've seen +105 for +2.5 on ESPN Bet. Why is the team I'm going to be most invested in today is the White Sox? What am I doing? I'm probably going to stay off the 2.5, but I'm damn tempted to bet it as well. Maybe if we want to put it on the site, the 2.5 at plus money is very interesting, but I'm going to be on the Chicago White Sox first 5 in full game here.
I'm going to be passing. I want nothing to do with this game. It's a minus 300, and I'm not touching the White Sox. The White Sox, who have won less games in August than the Chicago Bears. Just wanted to put that one out there. They won the one game against Oakland, and they haven't done shit. So, and the previous win besides August 6th was July 10th on a first game of a doubleheader. So no, I'm not touching the White Sox. Good luck to you. Betts is clearly going over. We'll see tonight. Mookie Betts, yes, Mookie Betts. White Sox first 5. This game feels like a trap. I don't see how a minus 300 could be a trap, but that's just me. It's been a while. Earle vacations are serious shit. Watch parties and fights. Yeah. I'm not touching anything. Yankees are easy money, Nick. Hear that? Easy money.
They're a lock today.
Yankees minus 2.5. That's just disgusting.
I'm minus 125, minus 130. There's no way in hell I would ever lay that number.
No. Last week, someone took Chicago White Sox not to have a win before 8:15 at plus 10,000. They won a game, though, so that sucks. Everyone calling this game free money. I feel like the Padres yesterday. The White Sox could very well easily win. Not easily. They could win this game. Am I betting it? Absolutely freaking not. Why are the Cubs favorited versus Cleveland? Exactly. I mean, Shohei Yamagano, who the Cubs are 17-4 when he starts. White Sox played good when they are motivated. Last week, when they were called out, they beat up on the A's. Feels like the Yankees series is going to motivate them. Okay. D-backs minus 1.5. CLV went from plus 110 last night to minus 128 today. Yeah, I can't go after that anymore. I wish minus.
Well, I don't have a pitcher for Colorado.
Yeah, we don't. Oh, it's Cal Quantrill. Cubs have the hottest bats, better pitching, and worse the bullpen. Yep. Yanks team total over. Yanks 1, 2, and 3. Cleveland will be smoking on that Cubbies pack tonight. No, I got the Cubbies tonight. Minus 310. What could possibly go wrong? I really hope Flexen Day doesn't fall against the Yankees this series. That's going to be a very tough line to bet. This feels like the New York Rangers versus Coyotes vibes. Yes.
Right.
Must be the start of NFL season if the Cowboys are choking as huge faves again.
Love it.
Those Serpents, man, I may not even bet today. That's fair. I'll tell you, I'll bet the last game, and that's about it. I'm not going to bet this one, Nick, obviously.
Yeah. By the way, for those interested, it's starting to formulate here. I didn't have a pitcher for Colorado. I would love to know if it is Cal Quantrill. I'll love this even more. I got it on 3 of my 7 books so far on FanDuel, Fanatics. Oh, that dropped down to a 298. FanDuel and Fanatics have the Arizona Diamondbacks as minus 300 favorites. We could have 2 in one day. Just saying, we'd be back in the Rockies and the White Sox, which is super appealing. That always excites me there, backing those 2 teams. Woo! Talk about 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's get into some Angels Blue Jays action here. Bowden, Francis, and Davis Daniels, your marquee pitching matchup here. Line opened up at a 112. It's now down to a 108 for the LA Angels. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 115. It's now a 9 at minus 112. 3-cent line movement towards the under here as well. We have 77% of tickets and 65% of cash on the Angels, with the line moving slightly towards the Blue Jays. Does appeal to me for a little Blue Jays action here. 90% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the over here as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Bowden, Francis, and Davis Daniels. Bowden Francis is going to be more of a opener, I think, because he's more of a bullpen pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. He went 5 innings in his last appearance, gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts against the Baltimore Orioles. He pitched well there in a 7-3 loss. He's pitched into the 5th inning a couple of times, but he's been mainly a bullpen piece. Maybe they're starting to stretch him out a little bit. On the flip side, we have Davis Daniel, a 6.48 ERA, a 1.80 WHIP, 9.72 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 3.24 walks per nine, a 4.07 BABIP, a 3.65 FIP, and a 4.23 SIERA. The bullpen edge does go towards the Angels. The hitting edge towards the Blue Jays, 104 WRC+, which is 15th, compared to 90, which is 25th. I refuse to back the Blue Jays full game because their bullpen is arguably the worst in baseball. Maybe the White Sox is worse. It is it's Blue Jays first 5 or nothing for me is the way I'm approaching this game, though. With the market moving the way it is, it tells me Bowden Francis pitches fine here in this game. The lines move slightly towards the Blue Jays in the first 5 there, 1 cent. I think I'm going to be moving on the Blue Jays here in the first 5 innings.
You have fun. I'm going to press the 1-800-GAMBLER button and move on. I don't bet Blue Jays games, and especially against LA. No, thank you. I'll be quick with this one. Pass. I'll be on the next game.
Fair.
Blue Jays smash spot. Yankees different going over. Bush gave up 3 to Oakland. Bush probably doesn't last 5. Got to go with Soto or Verdugo RBIs. I wouldn't talk anybody off of doing props for him. That's fine. Blue Jays on the road are shit. Angels plus 1.5. It's a pick 'em, dude. That's probably very chalky, dude. Come on. Jays first 5. Angels coming off of a long road trip. See, that could be an interesting spot too. Going to take the Timmy approach and pass. Yes, got to pass on the ugly game. LAD 2 bet in the bottom of the 9th. Well, Dodgers are the road team, so
yeah.
So the Dodgers wouldn't bet in the 9th. Jays first 5 is a safer play. I don't think there's any safe play in here. Nick, I have it.
Toronto Blue Jays first 5 minus 110.
I have it typed up. Just give me the word.
We have the San Francisco Giants and the Atlanta Braves. All of a sudden, Tim, this turns into a massive series in the landscape of the wild card. The Giants are a game and a half behind the Braves.
Yeah.
Wow. This is going to be a hell of a wild card race for the 3rd spot between the Braves, Mets, Cardinals, and Giants. And you could throw the Cubs in there for the last couple months here of the season. Well, let's take a look at the line history in this one here between the Braves and the Giants. This line opened up. Let's take a look here. Opened up at a pick'em. It's still a pick'em, minus 106 towards the Giants. So a 1 cent line movement towards San Fran. Line opened up at a 7.5. It was juiced towards the under, though, at minus 125. And now we see a 6.5 at minus 115. So not really that huge of a move because it was heavily juiced. So it kind of just shifted the juice and moved down half a run. Let's take a look at the cash flow here. 99% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the over in this one. That's kind of crazy there. 39% of the tickets and 48% of the cash is on the Giants. So the sharp money on the Giants line moving slightly towards San Fran. Let's get into this game here. Chris Sale and Blake Snell. Sale, 2.78 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 11.51 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 3.18 walks per nine, a 364 BABIP, a 2.38 FIP, and a 3.27 SIERA. On the flip side, Blake Snell, 1.32 ERA, 0.56 WHIP, 12.18 strikeouts per nine, which is 39%, 2.12 walks per nine, a 145 BABIP, a 1.94 FIP, and a 2.34 SIERA. He's been phenomenal as of late. The bullpen edge does go towards the Braves, but the hitting edge is a massive edge towards the Giants to a point where I get it. The bullpen edge is with the Braves, but I want the full 9 innings of Giant bats because they are hitting 137 WRC plus, number 2 in baseball against lefties the last 30 days. compared to 77, which is 26th. And I know the way you're thinking about this game, Tim. This feels like the obvious over or obvious under that goes over.
Mm-hmm.
However, here's my approach to this game. I don't want the Braves bats involved in it. I don't want the over 6.5 in this game. What I will do is double up on this spot, though. I'm going to start off with the San Francisco Giants money line at -105 over on ESPN Bet. And then I'm going to grab the team total over as well with the San Francisco Giants. They are killing lefties, and I see Chris Sale kind of regressing in the second half of the season. I don't see him pitching this well all year long, and I think the Giants are primed to give me 4 runs. I think that's what I'm going to be asking for. A team total over 3.5 at big plus money is what I think I'm going to be getting out of this. So Giants money line is the first one here, and then I'm going to find what the price is for the team total over.
I will say let's double up on this game, Nick, because you like the team total over. I know you said you don't like the 6.5. We're gonna take the over 6.5, and we'll take the Giants on the money line because I like the Giants in this one. You got the Braves coming off of a series in Colorado, so it could be kind of a bad spot for them. Blake Snell's been fantastic. Chris Sale has been tapering off just a tad. He's still been great, but he's not been as good as he was. I'm going to be getting -115 on the over 6.5, and I've got -104 on the San Francisco Giants. I did a free pick video on this game last night, giving out the San Francisco Giants. I just think this is a very bad spot for the Atlanta Braves. So we'll end the card with a double up with the over and the Giants in this one.
Bet stamp being annoying and not having game props for this one here. That's weird because they usually always do for baseball for team totals. So I have to track this as a custom bet at the moment, and then I'll probably go in later and hopefully they'll have it later. Giants team total over 3.5 plus 120 ESPN Bet.
Giants. Blake Snell over strikeouts. I like it. All the money was coming on the Braves last night. No idea why. Mile high hangover versus Snell. I could see that. Snell might pitch 8 or 9 innings. I don't see him pitching 8 or 9 innings because he's only been to the 9th inning one time in his career, and it was when he threw the no-hitter. So I don't see that happening, but I could easily see this game being a 5-3 Giants win. Giants money line the under. I do not like the under. I like the over in this game. Seems like an obvious nerfy, but haven't decided to pull the trigger. I think this game could be 2-1 after the first. Like I realistically think this could be a very high scoring game. Giants money line. Yes, I like the Giants. Snell over 7.5 Ks. Yes. Astros. Nick, I know I'm against the Astros today.
It's a lean for me towards the Astros.
If you think it's going to be a nerfy, if you think it's going to be a nerfy, it will be a yerfy. That's not entirely true. Yes. Fade the team coming off of the series against the Rockies in Colorado. Yes. Soler home run. Soler has been like the only power bat for the Braves lately. So I'm not going to talk you off of Soler. But that is all the games I know.
Just got traded from the Giants.
True. That's all the games that we'll be talking about today because Colorado didn't have a pitcher for a while, so we didn't have a line for that game. And the Pittsburgh Pirates still don't have a pitcher, so we're not going to be able to talk over that game. But that is all the games for today. Before we head on out, we'll have to recap and pay some bills and all that stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, and do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. We're posting on those every single day. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. It's where we put up all the plays that we put up on the picksandparlays.net website. That will be posted up momentarily. Once I get off, I'll finish typing up the last couple plays, and that will be posted. For me today, I like the Cubbies. I like the Rays. Did I do anything in that Red Sox game? I took the over in the Red Sox game. I like the Royals, Brewers, and I finished off with Atlanta. San Fran and the over. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, Chicago Cubs -120 FanDuel. St. Louis Cardinals -130 Bet365. Chicago White Sox first 5 +220 ESPN Bet. Chicago White Sox money line +265 FanDuel. Milwaukee Brewers -105 ESPN Bets. Toronto Blue Jays first 5 -110 Fanatics. San Francisco Giants -105 ESPN Bet. San Francisco Giants team total over 3.5 +120 ESPN Bet.
There you go. Back to the thing. Fade Colorado. Yes, Thank you guys, of course. Thanks, guys. Cards, Cubs, Rays, Red Sox, White Sox, Dodgers, Jays, Giants. Get it, Bailey. Good luck today. Twins -1.5. No, thank you on that one. Give me the Royals. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.